Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Zenless Zone Zero video. Alright, let's talk a little bit more about Yanagi. So I'm sure you guys have seen this video that they upload on their YouTube channel. A very cool video by the way. Tsukishiro Yanagi right here. Okay, so she's a very interesting DPS character and she's going to be strictly a main DPS character, in case you guys are wondering, right? Love that pose by the way. So Anomaly DPS, that means she competes with Jendo in a way, alright? But obviously she doesn't compete directly because she's going to be a different element. She is going to be an electric anomaly. Jendo is going to be physical anomaly. Now some people have asked me, should you pull for her? The answer is simple, right? If you're looking for a main DPS, yes. If you're not looking for a main DPS, then just get Bernice. Bernice is going to be off-field DPS. Now she's probably going to be really strong with her unique disorder kit that we're going to jump into shortly, right?
We're just not an even match.
Again, very cool. You can definitely see right there, plenty of things to consider. By the way, big shout out to a bunch of people on my Discord for sharing a bunch of stuff. You can see in version 1.3, you know, if you're free to play, you should be getting about 108 pulls, 135 pulls if you buy the monthly sub, and then if you buy everything in Battle Pass, 144 pulls. Pretty cool overall. So let's talk a little bit more about Yanagi and, you know, should you pull for her overall? What is she going to do for you ideally, right? If you're building a team surrounding her, what is her mechanic going to be specifically? So if you can see right here, again, we're going to reference this particular video that they uploaded officially. Now she is going to be a character that basically dashes in, alright? As you can see, her movement is extremely swift. She can constantly go to the back of the enemies, like that, zoop, and then go to the enemy at the back like that, right, with the EX skill. Now, if you guys are not aware, during the stream they did mention, there's a wrong pause right there. They did mention that Yanagi will be able to apply a special disorder from a kit, alright? And right here you can see they are using the electric Bangboo as well. Now I do think that any of the electric Bangboo that can boost Anomaly is going to be very good. We're going to talk about Bangboos later, right? But first things first, big shout out to everyone on the Discord for sharing this. You can see this is going to be Yanagi's the kit for a special skill. Ideally, you can hold down a special skill. She has this thing called Polarity Disorder. I'm going to highlight it for you guys. Again, take this with a grain of salt. This is going to be, the numbers might change slightly on the official, but this is based on the test server that they have right now, right? 15% of the original disorder effects damage to the target, plus an additional 3200% of Yanagi's anomaly proficiency. So ideally you want to build her with anomaly proficiency right here. So similar to Jendo, you just build them with anomaly proficiency attack, anomaly proficiency attack. They don't need crit rate and crit damage, right? So that's going to be the entire concept right there. So you ideally go with that pretty much, right? So again, let's show you guys one more. Big shout out to, in this case, MMO Jack channel. So this is going to be one Yanagi showcase that you guys can see right here. Boom. Okay, so this is a Yanagi, Caesar, and Bernice team. Again, this is probably going to be as this is going to be as a what do they call it? Premium, as premium of a team as possible, right? You have Yanagi, you have Jendo. I mean not Jendo. You have Caesar, and then you have Bernice, right? Again, all of these are like limited characters, and I get it, very expensive. But the idea here is with Yanagi, you can see you can dash around, and this is the disorder that she can do, 485,000, right? Keep in mind this Yanagi is going to be I believe a stack Yanagi with probably the light cone, I mean not light cone, what did I say, light cone, the W engine as well. So you guys get an idea, right? So she is going to be able to do, oh my god, you're just getting sliced away. But yeah, she is very cool in terms of her capabilities overall. She can do a lot of things. One more thing to highlight right here is going to be this particular thing. Let me see. It's going to be this thing right here. Big shout out again to everyone for sharing this, right? Her core skill. Now let's talk a little bit more about this, alright? What is it going to be all about? So you can see core passive. This is basically her main kit. After Yanagi activates EX special attack, the damage multiplier of disorder is increased by 250% when any squad member applies the disorder effect of the enemy. So again, she doesn't need to fit in a disorder team, but ideally that's where her strength lies. You can still use her in like a solo or mono electric team if you want to, and we're going to talk about that shortly, right? Her best team and stuff. But when her EX special hit an enemy, Yanagi's electric damage against a target increased by 20%. So that's going to be very, very cool, right? She ideally wants to use her EX special attack, if you can, to basically be able to hit the enemy consistently so that you can boost her damage even more. Now, additional ability, this is where the pairing of her is going to be very, very important. When another character in your squad is Anomaly character or shares the same attribute, then she basically gets an electric anomaly build up 45% for 8 seconds when she switches stances. Alright, so here let's talk a little bit more about her, right? This means when you build her in a team, again apologies, there's a little bit of background noise, I think there's like firecracker going on outside. When you build a team with Yanagi, you either want to pair her with either anomaly characters or somebody who shares the same attribute, in this case, electric team. So right now, if we look in the game, let's bring you guys to... In this particular, we're going to go into shield defense, but it'll be easier to build team right there. Now, I do think her best team is going to be, like I said, any Jendo team is going to work with her. So basically, you just take out Jendo, you swap Yanagi in. So that's going to be very, very cool. She is going to be an Anomaly DPS character. So pretty much how you want to build her is also how you are building your Jendo, right? You ideally, I guess it's a little bit different because in terms of the equipment, because for Jendo it's going to be a bit different. But I guess you want to go for 4 pieces of this Chaos Jazz, alright? And then go for 2 pieces electric damage. You can also go for 2 pieces of the other Anomaly Proficiency one, which is this particular one, Freedom Blues. Freedom Blues is also, you know, an alternative if you want to go, you know, 4 piece Chaos Jazz, 2 piece Freedom Blues, or 2 piece, what's the electric one called, right? This one. It's called Thunder Metal. So ideally that's going to be her best one. So for her W engine, right, if you are free to play, either go for Electro Lip Gloss, which is probably going to be her best one, or if you don't have that, Rainforest Gourmet is going to be pretty good as well. But I can see like if you are running with Jendo, you might need, it's going to be a little bit difficult, right? You might need to get her exclusive W engine. Again, that's going to be something that we can talk more about later in a separate video. But ideally, that's going to be the best way of preparing for her. Now, I feel like, you know, having to pair with Anomaly character, you don't really want to put Yanagi with Jendo because these two are main DPS and they're going to take a lot of field time, right? So ideally, you want to... Bernice is very, very good, for sure. Yanagi and Bernice, very, very good character. Now, if you don't have Bernice, Seth is also going to work. Now, you know, obviously Seth is going to be a little bit of a downgrade. It's not like you can't beat any of the harder stages at all, right? Seth is still going to be sufficient enough in most cases. She is also going to be able to give your Yanagi Anomaly Proficiency, right? So that's something to consider. Another character that I see a lot of players talking about to pair with Yanagi is going to be Rina. Now Rina, I feel like she's going to be a pretty decent option. However, I'm not a big fan of her if you don't have her up to M1. Alright, her M1 is probably extremely important, alright? So this is going to be the one that is going to give you... I didn't even know I have M1 actually, so that's kind of cool. After being out to launch an attack, Drusilla, Anastasia stay in. So she is going to have the longer buff, alright, before returning to Rina. So you are able to get more out of Rina's core passive, alright, which is this thing right here, the penetration ratio and stuff. So this is going to perhaps help you a little bit. So you can put something like Rina, Yanagi, and then maybe you can, the last one, it can either be Seth, it can be Lucy for the buff, or it can also be Caesar. Caesar is so flexible, she fits in any team. If you want to, you can put like a stunner like Envy, but ideally you don't really need stun characters, right? Qingyi and Envy, I feel bad for people that pull for stun characters. I don't know if Lighter is going to bring that back or not, because it feels like right now, at least in the meta, it's all about Anomaly characters, right? Anomaly characters have the advantage for the time being. So overall, maybe Nicole can work, you know, depending on how you want to do it. I feel like she wouldn't be that bad because she is also going to increase enemies' defense. But again, for Anomaly characters, they don't really care about that as much, right? So that's something to consider. So boosting your own attack is going to make more sense. Lucy or Caesar is a very good candidate. Sokaku, probably better off to be in an Alan Joe team. And then you have this team right here. Obviously for Bangboo choices, you can either go for this guy. This guy is electric for A rank, Electro Boo, or you can go for the S rank variant, which is going to be, in this case, Damn, I hate it that every time you want to look at the Bangboo, you have to come to this place specifically. Can they like introduce a new way for me to look at Bangboos? Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about the Bangboo for her, right? Ideally, of course, if you're gonna run her in, let's say there's more than 2 electric in your team, this one is gonna be the best one, right? So this particular one is just insane. Electric Anomaly build up, alright? You're gonna be able to build 100% if there are 2 electric attribute characters in the team. Alright. Now if you're not running 2 anomaly 2 electric, you're running like, let's say, Yanagi, Bernice, Lucy, then you can either go for the big one, Red Mochas, or you can even go for, I guess you can't go for that one, Yeah, if you're running either Bernice, Lucy, Bernice, Caesar, then this one is going to be better, right? Because Sons of Calydon is there and you're able to get that. I do like this one a lot because it does help push the enemy towards you. In a way, it's going to be pretty good. So I think Yanagi is overall a, if you look at what she's able to do, very flexible character, right? She's a DPS character. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a DPS character, she's probably going to be... Now, is she going to do more damage than Jendo though? That's something that I'm kind of curious. I have a feeling she might. I have a feeling she might actually be able to do more damage than Jendo, just because she has a special disorder in her kit that after you hit the enemy, like you guys know how disorder works, you apply 2 debuffs, and usually if you proc disorder, the debuff just goes away, alright? The burn or the anomaly, whatever anomaly that the enemy has. But for hers, it stays there. So you are still able to constantly proc multiple disorder with her. So I think her damage ceiling is going to be higher compared to most other DPS character. So yeah, that's probably like her best thing going forward. She's probably like a very strong DPS character. However, you can get away if you're not pulling for her, right? If you don't care about that, you already have Jendo. You already got... Who else? Zuyan. You already got Ellen Jo. There's a chance that you don't need Yanagi as much. So overall, that's just pretty much it, right? If you guys are saving for Miyabi, that might be an option as well. So you can look for that in the future. If not for now, either that or lighter, right? I'm not sure about lighter actually. I feel like lighter is maybe lighter is also like kind of a flexible unit because you can put him anywhere, but we'll wait and see when he comes out. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this particular video. Let me know what you guys think of Yanagi. Are you guys pulling? Do you guys agree with what I've said in this particular video? As always, I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day. Goodbye.